Destroyed me. Life is too short to read books that you don't want to read. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's very exciting reading vlog. For today's video, I'm going to be attempting, keyword attempting, to finish my July TBR in 11 days. For the last few months, I have been selecting a TBR with my TBR prompt jar, and I have been very slacking in reading those books that I have chosen, and also just reading in general. I feel like I have not been locking in the way I used to, or the way I should be, or the way I want to when it comes to reading. I feel like I have just been like reading bits here and there, a couple of pages here and there during the week, and I usually would sit down for like an hour or more and read every single day, and I haven't been. The next 11 days I'm going to be locking in and trying to complete my July TBR. It is currently Monday the 20th of July, and as of today I have read 2 books from my July TBR. I will pop them on the screen so you can see what we are going to be reading in this vlog, some of the books anyway. And I'm currently reading Atmosphere at the moment. I just started it. I actually started it 5 or 6 days ago now, and I'm only just about 80 pages in, and that's so unusual for me. I'd usually be at least halfway by now, so I need to lock in. I need to lock in and like do some reading stints. I mentioned briefly in my last video that I wanted to read Into the Blue by Emma Brodie in July. It is a book that I soft DNF'd back in May, I think. I got 150 pages into that book as well, so I got a good bit of the way through. But today, this morning, I have actually been listening to the audiobook from the start because I want to just re-jog my memory before I go into the rest of that book. I am planning now to listen to more of it with you while I reorganize my bookshelves. In saying that I want to try and finish my July TBR in 11 days, I think that's very ambitious for me. I don't have all day to sit and read, unfortunately. I do think I will finish Atmosphere and Into the Blue in these 11 days, and maybe potentially start a 3rd book. So you are just gonna see how much I read of my July TBR and see can we get it done. I feel like I am hopeful that I will at least finish Atmosphere, and I feel like I definitely will finish Into the Blue. I'm just moving you slightly so you can see my bookshelves. I don't know what I'm planning on doing with them. I think I just want to put the genres together, like the romance together, the fantasy together. I want it more structured, so that's what we're gonna do while I listen to Into the Blue. That kind of rhymed. I'm gonna put my headphones on, and we are going to lock in and get this July TBR read, because I am determined to stick to my TBR that I have chosen for this month, because I have not done that in like 2-3 months. I think March was the last time I read most of, if not all, of the books on that TBR, and I was so proud of myself. I read 6 books that month. Like, that's what I want to be doing every month. I just need to lock in. I just haven't been doing it, and I feel like I'm saying life is busy, but I also think I'm not making the time. That's what we're gonna do for the next 11 days. I do hope you enjoy, and let's see what I can do. Can I achieve this? I really hope I can. the next day now and I'm just on my break from work. I have like 40 minutes and I'm gonna sit and read a little bit while I eat my lunch. I actually am so proud of myself. I got to 100 pages for both books yesterday, so that is a win. That is a win. We have 10 days to complete the TBR, or complete the 2 books at least. I'm gonna sit and read Atmosphere because I actually am starting to really enjoy it now. This is about Joan, who signed up to be an astronaut basically, and she's training to be an astronaut, but there is a bit of a love story as well. I do like the space, stars and moon talk because I love the stars and the moon, so I'm really enjoying that part of it. And there was kind of like a scene where they were like stargazing that I read last night and I really enjoyed. I'm going to sit and read while I eat my lunch now. Okay guys, it is Thursday evening. I come to you fresh out the shower, that is why my hair is wet, but I have some updates for you, so I'm going to give you those updates. It is currently the 23rd of July and I have technically 7 days left because it is the end of the day, so 7 days left to complete the books that I want to complete before the end of July. And I think I'm going to do an update on Atmosphere. I have probably about 10% left of Atmosphere. I am on page 253. I have less than 100 pages left. As you can see, I've got some little annotations here. I don't really annotate my books at all. I have annotated probably 3 books before and I had to whip it out for this because there are so many beautiful sentences and scenes and things I want to go back to in this book. I really fear I'm going to be heartbroken. The more I read, the more attached I become to the characters. I feel like it's going to be heartbreaking because of the situation they're in also. I can't say too much, I really can't, because I genuinely think you should go into this book as blind as possible. This is my first Taylor Jenkins Reid book and I'm enjoying my experience thoroughly also. I think I'm gonna want to pick up like every single one of her books after this. The way she like captures a feeling in a sentence is insane. There's only a few authors who can do the same type of thing, who I have read from and experienced like, whoa, that sentence just impacted me and just like hits me right in the feels. I really want to read some of the quotes that I have underlined for you out of context, just so you can see what I mean. And in that second, almost everything Joan had known about herself became untrue, and everything she never thought she'd want or have was in her arms. Joan knew then that Donna was not an idiot, and the Beatles were not nonsense, and that there had always been a place for her in this world. She had just been walking past it over and over again, never noticing that there was an unmarked door waiting for her to discover it. And I want to hear you tell me anything you've always wanted to tell someone, because you know that you've met someone who desperately wants to listen. In all her time spent watching others, she hadn't picked up on this part of falling in love, that someone could look at you as if you were the very center of everything, and even though you knew better, you'd allow yourself a moment to believe you were worthy of being revolved around too. Like, I can't. All she could think about was how grateful she was that the Earth was 93 million miles away from the sun today. Far enough to be warm, but not too hot. Just the right distance for life on this planet. I cannot deal with some of those quotes, like honestly, I just had to. I was taking photos of them on my phone, but then I was like, no, I need to underline these because I want to go back and read them. And honestly, I feel like I'm going to finish Atmosphere tomorrow because I have less than 100 pages and I just honestly can't stop thinking about it when I'm not reading it. I really don't know what's going to happen and I just have so many things in my brain like that I'm thinking about, and thinking about our characters and how their end is going to be, and I just think it's going to be so tough to read. In terms of Into the Blue, still doing the audiobook. I am 27% of the way through the audiobook and I'm still not caught up where I finished with it. Honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't know what to think, and I don't know if it's the right book to be reading alongside Atmosphere. I really want to enjoy this book, but I'm not sure how I feel about it right now. I think, to be honest, the whole aspect of the TV show with the sci-fi element is putting me off slightly, and I don't know how to like detach from that and just focus on the two main characters and their story. This book is about AJ and Noah, and we basically follow them meeting when they were younger and like forming a friendship, and then something happens where they disconnect for a few years, and you're basically following them throughout their years of coming back to each other, and they kind of have like a deeper connection where they can't not be around each other when they meet, if that makes sense. Just like a knowing for each other, I would say. Noah's an actor, comes from a famous family of actors, and AJ is a aspiring writer. She wants to write comedy for like the likes of SNL and stuff like that. I'm currently in 2007. It started in 2000 and then I think it ends in 2015, so it does span over a lot of time. This is not a spoiler because it's in the blurb, but Noah disappears one day and he doesn't speak or contact or see AJ for 7 years, and then they both get cast on this improv TV series, and this is the TV series I'm talking about. That's kind of, I'm not connected to that part of it, and I think it's just disconnecting a little bit, but I want to try focus on their story and like their connection. So that's my update so far. I do think I will finish Atmosphere tomorrow, and then I really want to get stuck into the Blue. I really want to like Into the Blue, and I know I don't have to like it, but I just think I'm going to really enjoy it. But I just think I've decided to pick up Atmosphere and Into the Blue together, and I think that's the wrong decision. I'm really nervous to finish this book. Yeah, read this book. Okay guys, it is actually Saturday now, and I have probably about 40 pages left of Atmosphere, and I've just been sat editing. I'm nearly finished the edit, and I want to take a break and finish Atmosphere with you. I feel like it's gonna rip my heart out. I've got my pencil in case I need to annotate things. It's time to finish this now, and I've gotten cozy. I'm ready. Something happened on the bit I left off on. The way I'm so proud of our FMC. I'm so proud of her. My heart was literally in my throat through the entire scene, but I'm so proud of her. And I did get a little bit teary. And I just want them to have a happy ending. I just want there to be a happy ending. I just want it for them, but I don't think we're gonna get it, and it's really upsetting me. I'm so nervous, and I have so much anticipation to see how this ends, because I don't think it's gonna be a fun ending. We're gonna find out. We're just about to find out. We are. I love a found family moment in a book, and we just had it. Found family is my favorite thing ever. I love it. I am not ready to read the rest of this. I'm not ready. Oh my god, I think it's gonna break my heart. I'm getting teary already, and it's not even over. Cannot be happening. So I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. My heart is racing right now. to compose myself. I'll come back. I'll come back. Hi guys. It has been a couple of days since I finished Atmosphere, and as you can see, it was very emotional at the end while I finished that. Oh my goodness. It was insane. This book broke me, destroyed me. While I was reading it, I think I kind of said it while I was reading, but my heart was racing. For the last 40 pages, my entire heart was just beating out of my chest. I think because of that, and because like I was so anxious reading it and like getting to the end, and it was so like fast paced and you wanted to like know what was gonna happen for these characters. I think that's why my reaction was so much when I started like actually sobbing. It was just like an adrenaline rush just coming to the halt. You can probably tell by my reaction that Atmosphere was a 5-star. I adored every single moment of this book. I loved Joan, I loved Vanessa, I loved their story. I just love them. I can't stop thinking about them. I actually would go back and reread it like straight away. Like I genuinely would just open it and start rereading it again because I loved it so much. There's so much in here that I know I haven't underlined, but I know I want to underline, so I feel like I'm definitely going to go back to this book at some point. It emotionally drained me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, in the best way as well, because it made me feel so much, and I just love when a book has so much impact like that and just hits you in the feels and gives you that 5-star feeling and literally makes you sob. Like I was actually sobbing. I actually don't think I've ever reacted to a book that way. I've had moments where I've cried at the end of a book or like teared up, but I don't think I've had that kind of reaction to a book ever, and I wasn't expecting it. I was trying to hold in the tears. I was like, okay, no, I don't need to be like sobbing, but that ending, I just couldn't hold it in. It was just so good. I adore them. I love Joan and Vanessa, and honestly, as I said before, I think you should just go into this book completely blind, not knowing what it's really about. And I don't know why I've never picked up a Taylor Jenkins Reid book before. I want to read all of her books now because I have been missing out. I really have. And also, so weirdly, me and my friend picked a prompt out of our jar for our book club. What do we get? The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I think that's insane. We're gonna have 2 Taylor Jenkins Reid books back to back. So exciting. I'm so excited to read that book. It's actually been on my like list, my mental TBR, for years now, literally since I started reading, so I'm so excited to finally get to that. We'll never get over this book, and I will be thinking about it for the foreseeable future. I also have an update for you on Into the Blue. I got up to the part where I stopped, where I soft DNF'd with the audiobook, and now I am halfway through, just about halfway through. I read basically to the next section, so the next section is just about to start, and I'm into it now. Like I think I was just so in my like Atmosphere mood and like headspace that I couldn't think about this, and also I wasn't really connected to the whole aspect of the TV show they were on. But then when that ended and we learned the thing that I thought we were going to learn about Noah, I'm very connected now. I'm like, okay, I want to see how this plays out for our characters. What date is it today? It's Monday the 27th of July, so I'm going to include today because I actually have not read today, and it's 4:10, so I'm going to sit now for a bit and read this. I have 5 days left to complete my TBR. Now, I don't think I'm going to complete my TBR. I do think I'm going to finish Into the Blue, and I will be happy with completing both Atmosphere and Into the Blue. That is the updates. That's the reading updates. I do want to just give you a little haul because I did do some damage. I did buy some books when I was with my friend when we did our book club day. Honestly, we were just saying we think this is like our most successful book club day because we discussed Before I Let Go and Atmosphere, and we both had the exact same rating for each. It was just such a good day, and also the books we got, I'm shook. We went to a new bookshop. It's called Bookstation. When I say it is probably my favorite bookshop we've been to, we saw so many new books, so many new releases, and we got some really good books. When I first walked in, I did have this book in my brain. I was like, if I see this, I'm buying it. I wasn't expecting to see it, but when I saw it, I was like, and that is Main Characters by Bobby Palmer. People have been talking about this book, raving about this book. It sounds so interesting to me. We're following two characters, and I think we're following it through all of the side characters in their story, which is so interesting to me. I've never read anything like that, and I feel like it's going to be a real like character study almost, so I'm so excited to get to this. Also, I'm obsessed with this cover. Like, I love the green cover, that is the American version, but I'm obsessed with this cover. I love how they're like pencils, it looks like, and I love the colors together. I'm obsessed with this. And then the next books we saw, I really just was not expecting to see. The Unselected Journals of M.M. Lyon Volume 1. We both got this as well, because we were like, oh my god, as if this is in the shop. Like, I've never seen this in a shop in Ireland yet anyway. I've heard such good things about this as well, and it's such a little mini book. I love that. It's basically about M Lyon's diaries, I think, her diary entries. That's the type of book it is. I'm so excited about this, and I'm so excited to add both of these to my TBR, and also the colours together. Quite literally obsessed. So yeah, that's a little mini book haul for you. I need to stop buying books now because I have been buying so many books recently, and I think after these two, apart from like Kindle books, physical books, I feel like I need to stop buying them because I need to like take down my TBR. But I'm so happy with my purchases still. I'll keep you updated on Into the Blue, and hopefully, I have high hopes we are going to finish Into the Blue before August comes, because we have 5 days, and I think I'm going to be able to read like 200 pages in 5 days. I think I can do it. Just such a good day. I love book club day. It's literally the highlight of my month every single month. I love it so much. Okay guys, it's been a minute since I updated this vlog. The 31st of July, the last day of July, and I am going to finish Into the Blue today. I have 3 hours and 28 minutes left on the audiobook, and I'm 78% of the way through. I just don't think this book is for me, and I'm really sad about it. I thought I was going to enjoy it way more than I am. I really did. I just don't know how to feel about it at the moment, and I think I'll have my full thoughts when I'm finished. But I'm a little bit bored. I'm just a little bit bored. As I said before, the whole plot about the show they've been cast on just keeps coming up, and I'm just not interested in it. It's just boring to me, and I feel like there's a lot of characters that we have to keep remembering their names, and they keep going back into it, and I don't remember who they are, and I have to keep being like, who is this? It's hard to follow, and it's hard to focus on AJ and Noah. And to be honest, I don't love the characters either. I don't love the two main characters. Like, usually I love a complex character. I do love a complex character, and I love a real character and someone who shows what being human is. I like that. For some reason, I'm just not connected to these two. I really am sad about it because they had some promise at the start, but right now, I don't know, I'm just not vibing. I'm just not vibing with it. After like I last spoke to you, I read a little bit more, and then the whole conversation of the show came back into it, and I just wanted to DNF, but I was like, I've gotten this far, I might as well finish it. So I still want to know what happens. Also, there are just parts of it that I don't care about. And yeah, it's a struggle for me to get through this, and I'm sad about that. But I also don't know if this is the effective atmosphere, and maybe it was the wrong time to pick this book up, but I just think because I soft DNF'd it before, maybe it's just not for me. I'll give my full thoughts after I'm finished. I'm gonna do my book journal because I need to update that. I need to do my spreads for July and June. Actually, it's the last day of July, so I am going to be finishing Into the Blue, which is a plus, which is a good thing, which is something I wanted to do, so I'm happy about that. Okay guys, it is time to end this vlog. Honestly, my thoughts remain the same. As I said briefly, I don't think Into the Blue was for me, and I think looking back, when I felt the urge to DNF a second time, I should have listened to myself. I don't even know what to rate this book. This book went from a predicted 5-star for me, to be honest, lower than a 3, and I'm so disappointed in that, and I'm so sorry if you adored this book. I can understand why people liked this book, I really do. And the start of this, when they were younger and when they were getting to know each other and when their friendship was developing, I really enjoyed that part. There was promise for this story and for this book, and I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna really like this. The whole element of the sci-fi TV show, it was just boring. I honestly found it a little bit boring. I thought we were finished with that, and I was happy with the whole thing that happened after they finished filming. I was like, okay, this scene of Noah and AJ coming together, Noah explaining what happened, why he left for so long, and all of those things, I was like, okay, I'm into it now. And I was expecting this book to be like a love story span over time, which in a way it is, but I thought they were going to be together from like even halfway through, and they were going to navigate their lives together and how they were going to live with what Noah was experiencing, I suppose. And it was very, very repetitive when it came to they'd meet, they'd be friends, they'd might sleep together, they might kiss, whatever it was, and then they'd go back to not speaking for years, and sometimes they'd argue, sometimes they'd leave it on a bad note, and it was very repetitive in that way. And in ways it reminded me of Magnolia and BJ, and if you know this channel and you know me, you know that I do not like Magnolia Parks at all. I just didn't get the hype around it, and I hated how Magnolia and BJ communicated and how they were so back and forward with each other. In parts of this book it reminded me of them, and I was like, oh no, we can't be having another Magnolia and BJ. Just when I thought we were having a breakthrough, they started not being together again, and I was like, why is this happening right now? And this was nearly 90% of the way through. The whole aspect of why they stopped talking and why Noah was so distant and why Noah didn't want to be with AJ and why he wanted her to have a better life without him type of thing. The entire reason why they were not together through the whole book just didn't matter at the end, and I was like, this was pointless part of the story. It just doesn't matter now. Do you know what I mean? Because he was so adamant on not being with her. And okay, you can say they had chemistry, like they couldn't not be together towards the end, but I just didn't see the point of the entire time they weren't together then, if that makes sense. I was just very frustrated with it because of these reasons. I don't usually give out about spicy scenes. I'm the first to admit I like a bit of a spicy scene in a book. Listen, I'm a romance reader, I enjoy it. These spicy scenes, especially towards the end, when they started, they just did not stop. We just didn't need 30 pages of the spice scenes, and it was just constantly happening. Some like certain parts of it were icking me out so hard. I was like, I don't like this, I don't like it, it's not vibing with me. So I'm really upset that this video is ending on a negative note, and I don't want to be too negative about this book because I know a lot of people really enjoyed this book, but I think I'm in the minority for this one, that I just didn't vibe with this book and I should have listened to my instincts and just not kept reading. Yeah, I wanted to like it, and I think what this video has taught me, that it's okay to not like every book, and if you feel like DNFing, then DNF the book. Like, life is too short to read books that you don't want to read. I don't even know on a rating right now while I'm sitting here and it's been 2 days. To be quite honest, I don't think I could give it more than 2.5 at the moment, because there's just so much of it I didn't like. I can't give it a 3 because I'm thinking about books I've rated 3 stars and I'm like, no, they are better than this one for me. I think it's gonna be a 2.5. Oh my god, I'm so sorry if you love this book, because I know how hard it is to hear someone say they don't like one of your favorite books. So I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone by this. This is all just my opinion, and I just don't think this book was for me. That's my final thoughts on Into the Blue. I am disappointed in the end of this video, but one thing we can take from this is I wanted to finish Atmosphere and Into the Blue by the end of July, and I did it, and I'm proud of myself for doing so, and I'm so happy Atmosphere was 5 stars. And I am back to my roots now. I have started Ashley Poston's newest book the last 2 days, and I am enjoying it so much. I'm on like page 120 and I just want to keep reading it, and I feel like I'm gonna continue reading it like all day. I just love being back with my favorite author. When my favorite authors bring out a book, it's so nice to be back with them, especially after having a bad experience with a book. That is the end of this video. I do hope you enjoyed. If you've gotten this far, thank you so much for watching. But other than that, hopefully I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.